Namaskar students. In the previous video we have started this chapter fiber to fabric. We have learned about different types of fibers, that is natural and synthetic fibers. Then we categorize natural fibers into plants and animal fibers depending upon their sources of origin. In this video we'll be learning about the steps of production of wool and jute. Now wool is a fabric which is used to wear in winter season. Yes, so from where is the wool produced? Wool is produced from the fleece of the animals like sheep, goat, camel, yak and many others. This fleece or hair of the animal, it has the property of trapping a lot of air between it. And this trapped air is a very bad conductor of heat, which helps to conserve the body heat of the animal and doesn't allow the outside cold to enter inside. This is how the woolen clothes they protect us in the winter season. So woolen fabrics, they are used for the winter season to keep our body warm. How is wool produced? Talking about the steps of production of wool, the first step is the animal hair is removed. This removal of hair from the body of the animal by the use of special clippers is called as shearing. After the shearing is done, this fiber which is obtained, it is graded, it is cleaned, washed through the detergents, dried and then transported to the mills. There these fibers, they are drawn into yarns. They are spun into yarns. Once the yarns have been obtained, the fabric is prepared by the process of knitting. Now we discussed in this steps of production of cotton, the process called weaving. And here I mentioned the term knitting. There is a difference between the two terms. Weaving is a process where two sets of yarns are used, placed at angles of 90 degrees to each other. Knitting is a process in which only one yarn is used. It is generally done for woolen clothes. These days we have machines to do these processes. Earlier it was done manually. Now they're talking about next fabric, that is jute. How jute is produced? Jute is a plant fiber. It is a long shiny fiber which is coarse in texture. Jute is utilized to prepare lots of products like jute sacks, curtains, carpets. Many things are prepared using it because jute is one of the cheapest natural fibers and strong also. So talking about stages of production of jute. Jute is cultivated. The jute stalks, after cultivation, they are harvested and soaked in water for around 20 days. This soaking in water is called as retting. Now these are stripped off, washed, dried and then packed and transported. And there it has drawn into yarns and the fabric is made. Uses of jute as a fabric. Jute is used chiefly to make cloth, giving a tough competition to cotton aprils because it is a strong fabric. For wrapping the bales of cotton, to make the sacks, to make coarse cloth, to make curtains, chair coverings, rugs and Hessian cloth. So these are some of the major uses of jute as a fabric. So to conclude, in today's video, we have learned about the steps of production of wool. Wool is produced from the animal skin by the process of shearing. Shearing is a harmless process. It doesn't harm the animal. Once the fleece has been obtained, it is sorted, cleaned, dried and then packed and transported to the mills where it is spun into yarns. Now the yarn will be converted into a fabric by the process of knitting. Then we discussed how jute is produced. Jute is a plant fiber, so the crops are cultivated, harvested and then soaked in water. After soaking up around 20 days, it loosens the fibers, which are then stripped off, washed and dried, which can be later converted into fabric. This much for today. Thank you.